In the quiet of Piltover's night, Professor Cecil B. Heimerdinger adjusted his goggles and muttered to himself. His laboratory smelled of ozone and copper, the aftertaste of too many failed experiments. Tonight, though, something different buzzed in the air, an unshakable rhythm of static that pulsed not from his instruments, but from the walls themselves, as if the universe were knocking politely on his door. Heimer had been tinkering with wave frequencies, theorizing that there existed bands of sound and light imperceptible to ordinary creatures. His calculations suggested that if tuned correctly, one might glimpse parallel vibrations, not other worlds, not quite, but echoes of something beyond comprehension. Most dismissed it as eccentric rambling, but eccentric rambling was the bedrock of his genius. He switched on his latest invention, a turret-like device crowned with spinning coils. The machine hummed, then shrieked. His instruments spiked. A noise filled the lab, not a frequency, not a tone, but a whisper. Words crawled inside his skull in a language he did not know, yet somehow understood. Inventor. Builder. Listener. He froze. The whisper was not imagined. The device had tuned into a voice not from Piltover, nor from Runeterra, but from the yawning dark between stars. For once in his long, curious life, Heimerdinger did not scribble down his findings. He listened, shivering as the whisper grew clearer. Visions stormed his mind. Towers taller than mountains, glimmering with sickly green light. Ships like leviathans sailing seas of stars. Creatures, if they could be called such, whose faces twisted into geometries too impossible to hold in memory. And at the center of it all, eyes. Watching. Waiting. When he blinked, his lab was different. His blueprints glowed with alien symbols. His turrets hummed with an energy he had never designed. His fur bristled as he realized his hands moved without command, sketching designs that were not his own. And then laughter, gentle, almost kind, but echoing across eternity. The following week, Piltover's citizens whispered of strange phenomena. The skies flickered with green auroras. Entire streets fell silent as if muffled by unseen hands. And when Heimer unveiled his newest inventions, the turrets did not simply fire projectiles. They pulsed with alien radiance, bending space around them, warping the ground they stood on. Piltover's council was unsettled. "These aren't yours, Professor," one said, staring at the writhing turret, its barrel alive with impossible script. But Heimer only smiled faintly, his eyes reflecting the same strange glow. "All knowledge must be pursued no matter its origin," he said. Yet a trace of doubt lingered in his voice, as if he wondered who had truly spoken. Children began to dream of the professor's inventions. They woke screaming, babbling about endless skies and shadowy ships drifting above Runeterra. Piltover's astronomers recorded anomalies, moving stars, lights flickering where no stars should be. Heimerdinger's new look, his alien crown, was not a costume. It was a mark. The Whispers had chosen him not as an inventor, but as a messenger. Every invention he built now carried fragments of their will, pieces of a puzzle Runeterra was not ready to solve. And sometimes, late at night, when even Piltover slept, the professor stood at his window, gazing into the heavens. The Whispers returned, curling like smoke in his mind. "You have listened. Soon they will answer."